In this program, the students do get exposed to a wide range of literature in the education field that they're specialising in, because there are different parts of the program, of course. And they gain some research skills that they may not have gained as undergraduates. We challenge them to do that.
One of the skills I think I've developed quite well is an understanding of general educational research through some of the subjects, and also developed my ability to use online resources such as journals, which I didn't use extensively in my undergrad degree. So I've really enjoyed using that.
I think probably the biggest challenges would have been getting used to the technology, the way in which the university expected you to do each of the individual courses. Once I was comfortable with the way in which it was done, it was most enjoyable. And the interaction between students I found was really, really good, worked well.
It's not just the collaboration on its own, it's the fact that the collaboration occurs between students who come from diverse backgrounds, who work in many different contexts, and who bring a vast range of diverse experiences to their learning in this program, and then they share that.
I've enjoyed the changes in some sense to university. When I was last studying in the 90s, the involvement in online discussions has been an interesting thing for me. Also, there's less face-to-face requirements, which is very good when you're also trying to juggle a full-time job. So yeah, I've found it a very different process.
It is very much about their independent learning and their construction of their own learning by relating the literature they're exposed to their experience.
I've enjoyed the experience in terms of using new technology. It's all been online, mostly been online.
They are using tools that are now a part of education and a part of communication and a part of the global world we live in. They are tools that enable collaboration, and collaboration is a really important part of learning.
And those students are not necessarily located in Sydney. You know, they might be anywhere in the world, and they're in an online environment. They're challenging them to think in different ways from their own contexts, because we put a lot of emphasis on the context that people are operating on and linking ideas to contexts, etc.
And one thing that I needed to develop, and I have as an international student, is thinking critically and analytically. I think that was something that was missing in the school or the education system that I was coming from. And I think, and that has been the most challenging part for me as well, to be able to question other people as well as my own self.
You are able to learn in a different way, and that's what we're trying to help you to do, and that you can go on to use that learning in your workplace and in your life generally, and hopefully as educators in the work you do with your students.
I think with using the resources online, I've started looking out for educational journals and papers that actually help me in my teaching. So, you know, when I'm thinking about how we're teaching maths at school, I don't just blindly go and teach it, I actually go and research it.
But I am hoping to take back whatever I've learned to my own country as soon as I finish this degree. And then, yeah, definitely applying it. But that's very tricky, actually, how to apply that within your own context.
The program provides, you could say, a rare opportunity to stand outside day-to-day activity. You know, they're often under pressure and they're kind of just reacting to things that are happening. But the program says, can you stand outside that? Can you draw on some ideas and literature and so on? And can you just critically reflect on what's happening and why? And if you were in that position, would you do something? How would you do something differently?
I'm much more reflective of what's happening in my own school environment. It makes me think in terms of how would I adapt it if I was in a situation where I could apply some of these ideas.
So it's been very good in terms of being able to justify decisions we make in the workplace.
Because this course actually develops you as it's a very holistic approach to learning and to the areas that you explore.
Well, see, people go away with new content, so they have new knowledge, but most of them also commented on learning a new way of learning. So I think that's important. You know, the person who said that now I can now go and research extra articles and things like that. So it's something about ongoing learning to learn, which is fantastic, I think. And maybe a third thing is that they're all educators, so it also then is something that they can take back into their own classes and use, that new way of learning.
They feel, as a result of their learning, they feel empowered to act in their workplace. They talk about solving problems, identifying problems, analysing, proposing solutions to things. And that's a really good outcome for us, I think, to see that they feel equipped to do that. And not only equipped to do it, but able to do it, and that they're willing to do it. And that's a really good thing for them and for their workplaces and for education generally.